Welcome to College Game Day with Hick the Stick for week 14 of the college football season. This week is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a good one. Hope you ate a lot of turkey and ham, all the fixin', had dessert, and also watched some NFL football. But now it's time for college football. We got some great games, some great rivalries. It's the last week of the regular season. Then we got the conference championship games and the bowl games. It's going to be a great week. Well, last week I went 18-4, making my total prediction 181 games right and 48 games wrong. I'm on track to hit that 200 mark by the end of the season, and I want to do that, and hopefully I can do that. Well, our first game up, number 3, Clemson versus South Carolina. South Carolina has home field in this game, but Clemson is the better team. And I think they have the easiest road to the college football playoffs. They got to win this week and then their conference championship game, and they're in the playoffs. And I really think that you can pretty much say Clemson's already in the playoffs. This team is tough to beat. They're a good team. This is a Tiger team we've seen the last couple of years. Clemson gets the win over South Carolina. Number 4, Georgia versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech also has home field advantage, but these Bulldogs are ready to play, and they're a tough team to beat. They're in the college football playoffs right now, and they want to stay there, and they want to get themselves ready to win this game, and then hopefully next week against LSU in the conference championship game. But they need to worry about this game. The Bulldogs beat Georgia Tech. Our next game, number 1, Ohio State versus number 13, Michigan. Michigan has not won this game in a couple of years, and they really need this win. But this Ohio State team is a tough team to beat. These Buckeyes know how to play football. They're good on offense and on defense. They're a complete team. I know I've said that all season long, but it's true. This team's tough to beat. It's going to be a rivalry game for a while, and then Ohio State's going to score a couple touchdowns and end up winning the game. Ohio State beats Michigan. Our next game, number 9, Baylor versus Kansas. Baylor beats Kansas. Rutgers versus number 10, Penn State. Penn State beats Rutgers. Oregon State versus Oregon. Number 14, Oregon. Oregon was number 6 last week. They lost to Arizona State, and now they're number 14. This team is upset. They're mad. They lost last week. They're now kicked out of the college football playoffs, and they're upset. They want to win this game, bounce back, play in the conference championship game, and hopefully win that and ruin Utah's chances of making the playoffs. Oregon beats Oregon State. Our next game, number 16, Notre Dame versus Stanford. Notre Dame beats Stanford. Texas A&M versus number 2, LSU. This game was really interesting last week. Or last year. It went to 7 overtimes. I watched the game. I was going crazy. This game was fun to watch. I don't think it's going to be like that this year. LSU's a different team. They're way better. They get the win over the Aggies. Our next game, 23, Iowa State versus Kansas State. This is my first upset. Kansas State beats Iowa State. Number 23, Iowa State loses to Kansas State. Colorado versus number 6, Utah. Utah beats Colorado. Our next game, Florida State versus number 11, Florida. Florida has 2 losses to LSU and Georgia. They are a tough team to beat. This team is really good. They're at home at the Swamp. The Gators get it done, and they beat Florida State. Number 7, Oklahoma versus number 21, Oklahoma State. Both teams are ranked. The Cowboys got home field advantage, but Oklahoma is the better team here. I want to call the upset, but I just can't because Oklahoma, if they get down by a lot, they know how to come back. If they got a lead, they keep that lead. This team is a tough team to beat. They get the win over Oklahoma State this week. Make a play that ends up winning them the game. Our games of the week, number 5, Alabama versus number 15, Auburn. Now, Auburn hasn't really won that big game this season since they played Oregon the very first week. They need another big win. And then Alabama, they got 2 quarterbacks after they lost Tua that's playing. They got Tua's brother and another quarterback that scored a lot of points for him last week. It's going to be still that rivalry game that we all want to see. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to come down to the end. But Christmas is coming early for Auburn. It's a Christmas miracle. Auburn upsets number 5, Alabama. And now our last game of the week, number 12, Wisconsin versus number 8, Minnesota. Minnesota needs to win this game over Wisconsin and then beat Ohio State if they want to make the playoffs. And that's going to be tough. But whoever wins this game goes to the conference championship game. So Wisconsin still has a chance. Minnesota still has a chance. This game is big. It's stakes for both teams. They need to win this game. Minnesota, I'm going to give you a check mark for the first game. They beat Wisconsin at home, and they keep rowing that boat. Well, since it's Thanksgiving, I have a couple of things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my Lord and Savior who helps me do these videos each and every week and gives me the courage to do them. I'm thankful for all of you who watch my show and have subscribed to my channel. And I'm thankful to my sister Madison who helps me get these videos ready each and every week so you guys can watch them. Well, that's all I got here on College Game Day with Hick the Stick for week 14. I'll see you next week. Have a great Thanksgiving weekend.